going to continue to talk about view templates and how to apply them. We're just back at our recent files window here, and I'm just going to go open up our sample structural file that comes with the Revit installation. So inside of here, again, the view templates settings are going to be more or less geared towards structural because I'm in a structural file, which is quite nice. I can switch this over to say show me only structural view templates, and we can see, look, there's an analytical series, there's structural building elevation, drafting views, framing elevations, framing plans, sections, site plan. Okay, so we can go in and just go to a regular, framing plan. And if we look, we can see these properties. Once again, these properties you're seeing here are presetting to this view template all these potential properties for these different views. You don't want to apply a building elevation view template to a floor plan, and likewise and vice versa. You don't want to apply a floor plan view template to an elevation. By default, most of the views don't have the view templates applied. They're just kind of sitting there and waiting. Okay, so watch what happens here if we hit cancel. Okay, let's go to say structural plan level 2 here. So we zoom in a little bit. Okay, so inside of here, if you look at, there's a bunch of view properties: crop region on, color scheme, discipline, scale factor, display detail level, fine, medium, etc. Some of these settings that are down inside of here. So there's various settings that make this view look the way it does. And one of the big ones, of course, is our visibility graphics. If we are in this view and we say VV for visibility graphics, we can go in here and we can set up some of the way we want our different objects to view inside of here. These are also available within the view template file, and they're geared towards showing, specific objects in specific view types. So every view has the option, if we go in here to type VV, we go into visibility graphics and we can set up the different visibility control, and then if we link Revit files in here, they're also going to be listed inside of here. Okay, so when we go into our view and view templates and we manage view templates, you see this visibility graphics, that's that stuff that we just looked at, right? Those 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, those 5 ones are the same. If we click on here, we're right back into there again. Okay, so those are available settings that you save to a specific view. So let's go back here to just structural. And if we go to section and we go into here, we can go into model and we can see what's turned on and what's turned off, and the categories and the subcategories and all that good stuff inside of here. So watch what happens. We cancel. So let's go open up a section. Oh, look, we don't have a section. Okay, so what we're going to do, let's create a section view. So we'll go back to our second floor and let's create a section. So we'll say section. Okay, now when I go in here, when I draw this, that section is going to be drawn, and the discipline of its view is going to be determined by that setting in our options. I'm going to hit escape here. Remember in our previous lesson, if we go into here and we go to options and we go in here, you see default view discipline. I'm going to set this to be mechanical to start with and hit OK. Okay. Structural. I'm sorry. Let's go back to here. Options. The default view discipline is structural. Hit OK. Now I'm going to create my section. So I say section from here to here. It's going to create that section. Click out. Okay. That view got filed down inside of here, and there it is. Okay. If I double click on the bubble or double click on the view down in here, it's inside of here. Now within this view, note the settings here and all the properties. Now watch what happens. This is where we apply the view template. So I can do this in a couple of ways, but one way is to just go into pick in here to make sure you're in this window here, and then go over to here, and what I'm going to say is view template instead of none. Look at that listing. I can go in here and I can say only structural section. I can sort them any way I want. Doesn't matter. It's only going to allow me to use sectional or elevational view templates, I have an opportunity to edit that template at this same time, which I'm not going to do. And now I'm going to hit OK and watch what happens. Okay, it's going to change the scale of this. It's going to change my detail level. It's going to do a bunch of stuff. It's going to make this view look a certain way. Okay, because I've applied the section view template. So if I go down to here, you'll notice that some of these options are grayed out. The scale value, the display model detail, detail level, partial visibility, discipline. A lot of these guys are now grayed out because they're deferring to the view template. So you see how this says 1 to 16, which is kind of an odd scale, but it does work in an imperial world. Detail level is medium. So watch, if I go to my view templates and I go manage, and I go over to here and I grab that structural section template file right here, and I say, oh, sorry, the scale isn't 1 to 16, it's 1 to 20. Okay, detail level is going to be fine detail. Okay, and then I can make more changes inside of here. Okay, discipline is going to be structural background. Again, my project parameters would also show up in here. And if I hit OK, what happens is it automatically takes all the views that are using that template file and updates it. I no longer have to reapply that. So now you'll notice my scale is set to be 120. My detail is fine. So anytime I have a section, and I can have more than one, I can create, different template files. I can go into here and say create a template file from this current view, give it a name inside of here, and call it, 1 to 50. Okay, and hit OK. And the only difference is that it's not a 1 to 20, it's a 1 to 50 scale. That's all. That's the only difference. Structural 1 to 50. Hit OK. So now that's the new template file. But have I applied it to this view? No, I haven't. I still need to go in here and say you are using this view template file. Boom, it'll automatically change it all. So that applies to any view type: floor plans, ceiling plans, elevations, all that good stuff.